Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot.
Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun.
do I look tall from this angle, Dylan?
No.
I can't ever find a tall angle.
Dude, I don't want to get in your head, but
I look short, don't I?
so I forget it. My mom, I think, was like, you know, I think you need a smaller table for Dom.
That's what for everybody. It's not just me. You know how many comics are all like.
Because she was like, I feel like he's always looking up at the mic.
I agree, and she knows you're hiding the best part of me, my face, dude.
I know, you
My
got to
smile.
pop up, dude.
But you know, I pulled my back out doing it. You know, we could lower that table. Your table lowers a notch.
Dude, it gets too low.
But you
I've
put little
done it.
short Dommy over there.
That's true.
You come over here. We make it's all about adjustments.
Then I look
Dylan.
like a giant, dude.
But isn't that a good thing?
We used to do it the old pot, and it was like at your
Me and Mike are the same height. How'd he do it?
dude. You know what he would always do? He would do this.
The classic, laid back.
He would lay back, dude.
Yeah.
Well, dude, welcome back to the fucking
Man, good to see you,
Astoria,
brother.
dude.
Yeah.
We had a bit of
here.
a weekend, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did, man. It was great seeing you out in the wild.
We haven't like drank together in so long.
Man, dude, that is right. When was the? Oh man, I don't even want to.
I know when the last time was. Do you?
Yeah, I remember. We don't need to talk about it. Check out episode 33 of the podcast,
Dude, it was it was at Brooklyn Comedy Club.
Yeah, no, I remember it precisely.
And then
we don't need to.
No, it was.
Now let's talk about what Dylan did. Okay, we know Dylan's changing.
Hang on. We'll get into that, dude.
First off, I gotta say, man, I'm not even surprised. Are we allowed to bring it up?
Yeah,
Are
we can talk all about it, dude.
Bro, man.
Oh, but hold on. The
do you wanna
Brooklyn
talk
Comedy
about?
Club. That was the time that you were with me, and it was like 1 a.m.,
Yeah, I had
2
to catch
a.m.,
the flight.
3 a.m., and then
Yeah.
you were like, I got a flight at 6 a.m.
Yeah, and then dude, I ended up in DR with no deodorant.
You go straight to the airport?
I stopped home and just threw a bunch of shit in my luggage.
Oh
I
my
remember
God,
that. I
didn't
had
even
nothing.
pack.
Shit
Out
didn't even
control.
make sense what I had in there, dude. I had a book about Monica Lewinsky. I don't even know who gave
Oh
it to
my
me.
God. Dude.
But we got to talk about. I'm proud of you, man. It didn't even take long, man. I swear, what was I gone for? An hour?
Yeah, probably.
I was gone 1 hour. Come back, and you weren't even talking to nobody when I left. Right? You were just.
I was
chilling.
about to
you
leave.
Just got there.
I was about to
is
go
that how
home.
that went down?
I was about to go home.
Yeah, so I missed whatever.
You can
upgrade.
tell him what you saw, and then I'll tell the story.
Well, first off, I left. We're out. I felt like the party was starting. In my mind, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna die down."
Yeah,
you know?
I closed my tab. I was like 20 minutes behind you. I was about to leave.
I get out, do a quick spot, one stop over, Williamsburg Comedy Club, shoot right back a stop. Couldn't have been gone more than an hour.
Yeah.
And I come back, and what do I see? Oh, I see Mr. Wall Street himself. First off, $100 bill, Dylan. I like that. You know when you're going out, we had the dude from the street come in. Remember, he's trying to sell the thing.
Oh yeah.
And you busting with 100. He hasn't seen one in forever. He didn't know what to do with that.
Dude, you see, we're buying. It was our friend Amy's birthday, so the guy comes in. He's selling like light up crowns, like flower crowns. I was like, Amy, you want one? She's like, yeah. He's like, how much? He goes, 10. I go,
Right.
I'll do it for 5. He goes, no, 10. Then I have 100. I go, break 100. He goes, I only have 80. I go, never mind. He goes,
Yeah.
oh, I found a 10.
Yeah, I
Dude, they
didn't hear him.
always find a 10. They're always going to find a 10.
I was wondering. It took him about 15 minutes to get your change back. I think he was hoping you would just give up and walk away.
Oh, no way, dude. No way.
He kept looking up at you.
I know the art of a deal, dude.
I appreciate the art of, perception too. You pulled that 100 out. You know? Everybody's seen. There was people from over there that they seen the 100. There's something about
whoa, that guy's got $100 bill over
it.
there.
Yeah, dude, it's a difference.
Yeah.
I told you, dude, I dated a girl, almost married her because I had that Paul Mitchell hair gel. She didn't know how to act.
It makes it look like it's always wet.
It's just, it was $11.99 and people weren't used to people spending that.
Dude, that
in
is
Ohio.
so cheap for hair
It's
gel,
all
dude.
perception,
So what did you see when you came back, dude?
Came back, man. First off, I couldn't even see you. I seen a little bit of the manipulation eyes. You had them going. The
Get
good
out,
ones.
no,
Come on.
dude. That
You know how
sounds
you
so
game
bad,
people up,
dude.
but that's what it is.
Okay.
And then boom, man, you had that girl. You could have sold her a Lexus. She was eating out of your hand, dude, kissing you.
Oh
the love
my
eyes.
God.
She had the love eyes.
Oh,
How'd you
boy.
start the deal off with her?
You want me to tell you the story? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm about to leave. You left. Our other buddy Michael Good's there. We're hanging
you
out.
had that I'm going energy.
Yeah,
You know, when you're
I was about to
leaving
go
town.
home. I had my bag packed. I had the stick on my shoulder. I'm about to
Right.
walk
Peace out.
of town, you know?
Right.
And I closed out, and then this girl and her friend go over to Michael Good, and he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Like he recognized her somehow.
Oh shit! So she wasn't one of Amy's friends.
No.
Oh damn. Okay. Damn. Got one from the outside.
Dude, yeah, he's from
That's the best way to do it.
out in the wild.
Yeah.
You know, no connections here. And
Yeah. My name ain't even Dylan.
yeah, I'm Pablo Picasso. You
Yeah.
ever heard of him? I'll make a painting for you.
Yeah.
So she comes over and dude, it's so funny, dude. Michael's like, he's like, oh, I guess like dated her friend for a long,
shit.
like in college
yeah.
or
Michael's
something.
into some wild
Dude,
shit.
it was
you
so.
remember we had him
yeah,
on.
yeah, dude.
So she one of those girls?
No, he was like, hey, I forget the girl's name, like Rachel or something.
Right.
He's like, oh, hey, how are you? And she was like, oh, I'm good. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. He's like, well, I'm not dating Rachel anymore. And she was like, who? And then he's like, dude, that's how we met. I used to date your friend.
wow.
And she was like, I don't know anybody by that. Dude, then it was like
So he just fucked the name.
20 minutes. No, it wasn't. It was just like 20 minutes trying to figure out who this girl
damn,
knew.
that's a good icebreaker though.
So then then I'm talking to her or whatever, and she walks by and she like looks at me because I'm sitting right there.
Yeah.
I'm still like ready to go.
You prosecuted her once.
I'm just I'm just sitting there enjoying this like fun interaction that
Right, hanging
they're
out,
having.
yeah.
And that was delaying me. And then she was like, I know you too.
Oh shit.
And I was like, did we meet somewhere? And she was like,
The
no, I think
jailhouse rocks.
she's like, I know you from I think I follow you on Instagram.
Oh shit.
That's what she said.
Damn.
And I was like, I don't
Shit, I
okay.
want to tell you it was a DUI. Well, I lost custody of my kids. Remember, you took Michael and Jillian away.
How are they? Are they good? Oh
Let
yeah,
me come over and hit.
they live with their father now. It's good. They got a babysitter.
Damn, so she recognized you from the gram, the sports talk.
I guess
She looked like a sports girl.
I have no idea. I don't
Yeah.
know where I don't know. And
Yeah.
then we started chatting, and she just kept, flirting it up with me. And dude, her friend was wild. She was just had no interest in being there. And
Yeah.
like, dude, it was funny because I'm talking to the one girl, and then Michael's like talking to her friend, and it was like just being like a nice, like, hey, how are you? Like,
Right,
you know. And she had zero interest in talking to him. She's just literally like looking around at the rest of the bar. She goes over to this other guy, random guy at the table.
Right.
We turn around. I was like, I think she wants to go home. She don't want to be here. And then we turn around. She's making out with this guy at the table. And I go, oh, she just didn't want to hang out with you, Michael. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Then she comes back over. She goes, that guy's mouth tasted like cocaine. And I was like, ew, come
Dude,
on.
Yeah, the stuff you hear.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What's
I know.
going
dude.
on?
And then, did Mike still kiss her after?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I know. Yeah, he's into that wild shit. I just met somebody. I was talking to him, and I was like, "What are you up to?" He's like, "I'm just killing time. Somebody's in the, I'm in an open relationship. We don't like to be in the apartment when the other one's doing their thing."
It's so upsetting.
And we're just chilling
Gross.
at the bar, and I'm just like, "Hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing." But
Ugh.
that's some girls do that. They'll make out with every dude at the bar. I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. I haven't had a bar make out in a while. It was
And
kind of nice.
you were getting into it, dude.
It was kinda nice.
She was right there all tucked up in the corner. You had it nice, too.
You know what she did?
Huh.
She put on. I could tell, I was also a little drunk. I was pretty drunk, but
Okay. You seemed fine. You were handling it well.
yeah, she put
I mean,
on.
you had that little, you were a little louder. Call me when you get home. I heard that.
Oh my god, no! Come
that shit
on.
from a block away.
You come over. This is also Dom. I'm already like kissing this girl. The
Oh,
deal
dude,
is
kissing isn't even the
the
word.
deal is done.
It's
We're
been
like
done.
we're kissing at the bar, and Dom comes over, and it was like, grabs something off the table, and like I see it, and he goes, Do you remember this?
No. What was it?
Dude.
Remind me.
You go.
I think I was grabbing my jacket.
Yeah, you're like grabbing your jacket.
Bag, yeah.
And you go, "Oh, Dylan. By the way, thanks for lending
I remember that.
Thanks for lending my mom that $500."
That's a joke I do. With all
It's so funny.
You know
dude.
who we got to have on? Reggie Edwards. Me and him do that back and
Yeah.
forth. He's got a rap thing coming up this weekend. Shout out to Reggie.
You walked away, and she was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I don't even know who that is. I've never met that guy in my life."
Yeah, me and Reggie do that to each other. We'll be like, "Hey, man, thank you, man. We'll get all serious. Thanks for lending me $500."
Dude, it was so fun. It was also like, it's a great move. I love the joke, hilarious, but it's also even funnier where like you interrupted us making out at the bar to be like, "Hey, Dylan, by the way,
you guys weren't making out.
let me
when
help
I
you
seen
out
it.
this."
So you guys must have been talking because I just popped in. I seen you real quick, but it just looked like you guys were talking.
Yeah, you know what she did? She put on this like chaps. What do ladies put on?
I think chapstick.
Lip gloss.
Oh yeah,
lip gloss or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, "Oh, it's like brown sugar or something like that." And I was
Wow.
like, "Oh, I bet that tastes good." And she was like, "It does." I was like, "Can I get a taste?"
Is that what sealed the deal?
Yeah, and then we started making out.
What started the
It's so
conversation
corny,
with you
dude.
and her though? Just because Michael Good knew her friend or whatever.
No, Michael Good knew her, dated
Right.
her friend.
Right.
And that's how, and then she was like, "Oh, and I know you
Oh,
from Instagram."
got you. Oh,
I was
man.
like-
Once you have the Instagram in.
I was like,
Did she
okay.
say what video or anything?
No,
Just
I have
Instagram
no idea.
in general.
Yeah, and then she like wasn't following me on anything. So I'm
Oh,
like,
dude, she was lying.
What
She
are you
just wanted-
talking
She wanted a
about?
little makeout session.
Probably.
What happened? Well, I mean, what ended up? She just ended up leaving. Or?
Yeah, and then I stayed there for like another hour or two. Me and Amy got McDonald's, and then I took
Oh,
an Uber
damn.
home. Yeah, at like 2 a.m.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
We were there for a while.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 of us left after you left. Yeah, it was a fun night. Fun night, dude.
Yeah, man. You deserve it, dude. There you go. Yeah, when I originally left, I didn't realize, like, the first time I talked to you guys, I didn't even realize you were sealing the deal or anything. It just looked like a combo. You know, I feel bad. I gave somebody mushrooms, and I think their boyfriend got mad.
Oh my god, dude.
Another comic.
Well,
What
you
am I
asked me.
doing?
You go, "You want some mushrooms?" As soon as I get to the bar, you're like, "You want some mushrooms?" I go, you go, "I'm on them right now." I go, "I don't know, man. I think we're in a crowded bar. I hated that
bad
bar, by the
influence.
way.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Dude,
What did you like about it? Shit, you got lucky in that bar. It was
mean,
loaded
sure.
with women.
It was loaded with very attractive women. It was, but I hate a crowded bar like that where everybody's bumping into you.
Oh yeah,
They
when
were
I
doing
left,
that.
it wasn't busy. When I came back, it was kind of. I missed the busy part.
Yeah, there was a point there for like 45 minutes where I was standing right by the AC because it was
Yeah.
so hot too. I hate that in the winter where it's like cold outside, so they crank the heat inside.
Yeah.
Then they put 200 people in a room and they're like, "Oh, it's so cold out. We got to get it warm in here." It's like, no, dude, you have 200 people breathing. It's going to warm up.
Oh yeah, and it was a fun mix of people, man. I never hung out with jiu-jitsu people like that. You know, like, how'd you know I was in jiu-jitsu? Her nose was all broke. Oh, just a lucky guess.
Yeah.
They all had
Yeah,
bruises
dude.
and shit.
Yeah.
Their legs arms all beat up, ear all swollen.
Yeah, it's like, hey, it's either you're in jiu-jitsu or you're in a domestic violence relationship. I don't know.
Right.
Something.
Yeah, it was a fun mix, man. Got to see some comics. You know, it's cool when they come out. I'd be scared to throw a party like that because, you know, it's like I don't know how many real friends I have in the city. Like, I got a lot of coworkers, like people that are down to shoot and do stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I threw a party, that really lets you know. You almost need, like, some outside world shit. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
The jiu-jitsu people were cool. That's a different mix.
Exactly, dude.
You know?
When I was in Boston, like CrossFit people, you know, I was
Wow.
tight with them, work people, and then comedy people.
Damn, you were hanging out with the CrossFit people,
Yeah,
flipping tires and
I was
shit.
doing it for a
You
while.
were flipping tires?
Yeah, dude.
Damn,
We've
dude.
talked about that, no?
Yeah, I didn't know what type of CrossFit you got. I thought you were just doing it on your own.
No, I was in like working, doing it at a gym. It was awesome.
I want to do an Orange Theory, but I don't know. You walk in there and it's like, man, I feel like there's hate on me just for being like just a short white dude that's balding. It's like,
don't like men no more.
That's what Orange Theory is.
nah, dude, it's loaded with women. Have you ever went?
No.
20 women in a room. I feel like a creep, and like one Indian guy in finance.
Yeah, dude, that's right in that's your MO. An Indian dude in finance? Yeah, and you.
Yeah, and then me just talking about shit.
Creeping.
Well, that's the problem. I'd look like a creep in a class like that automatically.
Yeah.
It's like I almost got to go in there with a blindfold, or I got to sign up with a girl. That's almost, you got to pretend in that situation.
Find
you
a
gotta,
homeless girl on the street or
just
something.
get a girl, a friend, be like, hey, look, I just want to get in shape. I don't want to be a creep, so I have to buy your membership to come work out with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the move, dude.
That's
CrossFit, though, you can go by yourself and just make friends. That's the best.
I don't know what even CrossFit really is. I don't know.
It's functional movements done in a very
a bunch of people
format.
Hyped up on coffee.
Dude, it's the best.
Fucking
It's
rubber
the fucking
bands.
best.
A lot of veins.
I
just picture flipping tires. That's all I know about CrossFit.
No, they take everything. Everyone's got to tune out here. Everyone hates CrossFit, but I love it, dude. When you do it, it's so fun. It
What did you like about cross? Were you one of the guys that wore like the tight? You didn't wear yoga pants there, did you?
No.
Good. I didn't think you would.
But no, it's the thing I like the most is that it was the first time that I got to work with like a barbell.
Wow.
Like doing cleans and jerks and squatting a barbell.
Were
Like,
you, like
I've done that
with
in the
kegs
past.
or something, or no?
No, you'll have kettlebells.
Yeah.
That you'll like walk. They do like farmers carry, where
Yeah.
you take these like fucking dude. Those
Farmers carry.
Dude, you laugh, but like in a workout where they'll be like, "Oh, you're doing farmers carry," and I'll be like, "Oh, thank God, dude. Those are so easy, dude. Your forearms, after like a 15-minute workout, they explode." They're just like numb. You're like punching them to try to get the blood out, Like,
I miss that, dude. I miss feeling good like that. What type of demographic comes in the class? Like something
whole
like
mix
that?
of people, which
you
is
don't
crazy.
know what you're getting.
It's crazy. I feel like it's a lot of like working
People grew up in
professionals.
orphanages.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, exactly.
You never know. They might just want to fucking just solve that problem.
You go in the middle of the day class, you get a bunch of like the single moms.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Little daycare in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's nice.
Is that what you do? That's your move?
Yeah. No, I used to go to the 5 and the 6 o'clocks.
Yeah,
6
I
and
can't
7.
see you being a stepdad. Like, you don't got it in you. I don't know
dude.
what it is.
I don't.
I totally cannot see it. I make a good stepdad. They're
it's-
just kids, whatever. Fucking let them play, run around.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to be someone's fucking stepdad.
Why not? Give them good memories. Little kid without a dad, you help them out.
I mean, if I had a kid and then dated someone with a kid, I think that would be different.
So you're more the odds got to be even or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to be a single guy. This is going to sound bad.
No, be yourself.
It's going to sound bad.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Why? There's a lot of people out there to date.
What age would the kid be that you'd settle? 17 though? You met a girl, got a 17-year-old kid. Are you in? Little MMA wrestler or something?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't really want to
What
date
if he just
someone.
played the flute in the park and you met his mom?
I mean, maybe.
17 years old kid moved out on drugs. You wouldn't deal
Dude,
with that?
he's doing stand-up. We're just like boys.
He's ahead of us.
We're just friends, dude. He's getting SNL, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
me and your mom, can I write for you?
Yeah, how'd you get the audition? Well, they were looking for somebody on dope.
Yeah, they're just walking around Central Park. They're like, you look funny.
Yeah. That's not Dylan. Fuck your mom.
Yeah, dude, I would not want to do that. Speaking of parties, are you coming on Saturday? Not to put you on the spot.
Oh,
but
so we're shooting that Saturday, then coming Saturday. Yeah, because I have no spots, man. I'll
doing it
come
right in
down.
Astoria.
Yeah, man.
It's my birthday on Monday, which, dude, sucks now that the Super Bowl is that weekend. Used to be last weekend, and then football was like done,
Right.
which sucked. But like, I like the extra game, but that it falls on the weekend of my birthday.
Damn. Yeah,
it's
hard
tough to
double
get
party,
people
like,
together.
It's impossible.
You'll be like, hey, I'm just doing a chill bar hang.
Right.
And people are like, I'm hosting a Super Bowl party tomorrow.
I got
Can't
the
come
cold
out.
cuts. You see prosciutto before?
Yeah, you ever see some charcuterie?
We got this dark fucking Italian meat.
Dude, I love a charcuterie.
Oh, dude, I've been getting on. I don't know if this is even charcuterie, but just the meats cut up on like in general, like not the hard salami, the soft, like the ham. That Italian meat make you can't take that deep breath after eating that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, it's too much. What do they call it?
Fucking beats you down.
Nitroglyceride or
What
whatever.
is it? Yeah, pig fat. My mother told me all the fat's in the neck. She said that's the key to cutting up a
You
pig.
got to stay away from the pig's neck, dude.
Yeah.
You go to the butcher. Hey, let me get some hind. Let me get some bacon. Let me get a little neck.
Yeah, some of the jowls.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want.
They say pigs are real smart.
Yeah, that's what they say,
like
man.
dogs.
My buddy was telling me smart like a human. which is wild. You know, that's, you know, I don't know.
Pigs and dolphins, huh?
Yeah.
Like humans.
Might as well be. Probably smarter than me, man. I need to, I don't know. I haven't been doing much. I did a line reading before this, dude. I'm like, you know what's hard with me? I sound dumb. Like people, anytime
Come on, what?
you hear my I thought for a second you didn't believe me. Yeah, people would be like, in acting, they go, why do you sound like that? It's like, dude, do I ever sound different? This is my voice.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like Rocky. I'm like, I got what you call relaxed brain.
Yeah, you'll be Sylvester Stallone who just plays a version of himself for 40 years.
Yeah. And you know, the other thing, they didn't really teach, acting scripts kind of start at a third grade level of reading. There's pauses that you're supposed to know after you're 8. And I didn't learn after that. So when it's like, I want to go, you know, do you? You know, it's like, I don't.
You're reading scripts, you're like, hello, sir, where is the bathroom? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I could see the girl look like she felt bad for me, how dumb I am.
You're doing auditions like someone at ESL, right. English as second language,
right?
Practicing.
Yeah, somebody, yeah. And, you know, it is what it is. It's like, man, you got to know how to read to act. That's what they never tell you.
I wonder if there are any actors who can't read.
I don't know. I'm sure there is.
They just listen to the lines, someone recording the lines.
I mean, you know, at any given time, it's whatever. Like one of our favorites, Steven Seagal. Like I always go back to it because I loved those movies as a kid, and I never noticed his lips have nothing. I know I keep saying it, but bro, his lips have nothing to do with anything he's saying. They just dub it over. It's like he's saying, "I want to go get some milk. We'll go down the street and go to a car wash," and then they dub it over. "I'm gonna hurt you. We're gonna go down here."
He's just on there. They're just like, Steven, improv. We'll fill it in after.
Maybe he can't read. You know, you never know. Or maybe he's one of these guys that's just like, look, I'm doing it my way.
Yeah.
They say Trump's like that. They say, I seen that interview with Pete Davidson saying like Trump would just change the script. He'd be like, no, I don't want to say that.
Hilarious, dude. Hilarious.
I never understand how people just change the script, you know?
I think you can only do that if you're like that level.
Right,
like
you gotta
Leo
do
DiCaprio would be like, yeah, well, let's change this line.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw an interview with Jack Nicholson that was pretty good. It was actually Matt Damon talking about Jack Nicholson in The Departed, changing like lines and script.
What is
you know the Departed scene where they shoot the lady on the beach?
Yeah.
In the beginning?
And
it's him and his like number 2.
Yeah.
So I guess
Frenchie.
Yeah, French. It was supposed to just be Jack Nicholson shooting a guy on the beach, and that was it.
Wow.
And then he goes, okay, so I'm going to change some stuff. We're not going to add to the budget. We're not going to add, but he's like, if you keep the camera rolling, is the interview. He goes, what we could do is instead of a guy, we put a lady there because that's sinister. And then I say, she fell funny, which is also sinister because that means I've done this a lot.
Yeah.
And so they just like keep, and then there was something they cut out apparently. But like after she falls and he says that, the French goes, you need some help, Francis. And he goes, all right, let's get this done. You want to fuck her again?
Shit.
And then like they cut that out, I guess. But like that's that like changing lines without changing the budget or the shoot time or anything like that. It's just like,
and making that good choice.
Making it concise, making choices.
And even some of this shit, it's like, yeah, sometimes people don't know. Like, you know, there's times I've been on shit, they're just like, oh, yeah, fuck it. I just wrote that in 2 seconds. And it's so like, funny. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, acting class to me, I don't know. People are always like, why don't you get in an acting class? I don't know what you could really learn. I feel like working with actors and doing it, but in my mind,
it would be good, dude.
Yeah, maybe I'm scarred because I took like a comedy class when I first started, and I remember being like, "This was such a waste."
Oh yeah. The only reason I would take a comedy class now is if it was like to get into a club. That would be it, and I barely would.
That's the society that we live in.
Well, it's just stupid, dude. It's like what I would go in with an open mind, but it's like, what am I going to learn from someone who's talking? Like I've been doing comedy 11 years. Like my voice is already there.
Yeah.
My style's there. I mean, I guess like you can always get help with like joke writing, you know, looking at things differently.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the teacher. We did this thing. It was so dumb. I did it in Ohio, and it was a comedy class. and it was $500. It's like a bartending class.
Crazy,
You ever take
dude.
one of those stupid fucking?
Yeah, dude,
I took
at
one
least
of those too, like an idiot.
With
But
a
yeah.
bartending class, it's an investment.
Yeah,
you're going to make your
learning.
money back.
right.
Because it's required
Yeah.
to work in a bar. Here,
Yeah.
it's just you're giving someone $500.
Right.
And
You
they're
get-
like, well, maybe you'll be Louis, and then you'll be a
Right.
millionaire.
Bartending's different. You get the license, you get a breast job, and you're in.
Oh, my
But
God.
yeah, the dude, whatever. It was $500. We're driving out to this place, and it was a 1-day class. He's like, it was supposed to be 2, but we're just gonna knock it all out now because unfortunately our client's heavily booked. And then he booked 2 people from the class to open for the client. We're all open micers.
Jesus Christ.
And 2 comics just shit on it completely, and then he booked those 2. Like, I was all nervous. I just started comedy.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to write new material about a subject. So these guys were smart. It's what are you going to write about a subject and then go up and do 5 minutes later and it'd be funny?
They give you just like
Right.
something, and then you're like, okay, do some bits about this.
Yeah, and then this guy comes out dressed in a complete clown suit. That was his job. He's like, you could look this dude up.
That's crazy.
He's like the disgruntled clown
Oh, my
or
God.
whatever. And it was like, it was so dumb. It was like he tells you, he gives you little tips. Like he goes, okay, like, you guys got to act disgruntled. Like you got to put emotion in it. And I'm just like, we're
Dude, he's
all
like
taking notes.
Lewis Black dressed as a clown. It's like,
Right.
if you're wearing a costume, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, and to me, I'm like, I don't know what. I never really like him. Like even with acting, like I'm like with comedy, it's like if somebody. Well, imagine if somebody taught Andy Kaufman and said, "Oh, Andy, no, you can't do all that funny shit that you do.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not how stand-up's done.
You gotta go up there and do this." I remember in Ohio, we had this one dude, man. His name was like some pimp gravy or something, and or something like that. I forgot it, dude. He had the high heels with the goldfish. They had to be fake. I didn't get a good look at them, but the clear heels with the goldfish. Pimp Sausage, that was his name.
Pimp Sausage?
Yeah, Pimp
Okay.
Sausage. And he would just come out, he's like, yeah, Pimp Sausage, That was his whole act. Killed, though. People loved it, man.
God, that sounds like a nightmare. What a night. Can you imagine opening, you're going home for Thanksgiving, and they're like, how's comedy going? I just opened for Pimp Sausage on 12 dates.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Pimp Sausage, he's doing good. Yeah, but that money starts coming in.
Then you're like, hey, Pimp Sausage is paying my rent.
What if you got famous? Where would you draw the line at?
What do you?
What would you do?
What would I do?
What if you just had to be real ghetto as hell?
I'll tell you this, dude. I would be willing to do more than Chappelle was. I'd fucking throw on a dress and get on Comedy Central. You kidding me?
I think with you got to go extremely hood. Like that's what will do it.
Yeah, that would work.
Like some real, just straight up fucking gutter hood shit. Yeah, like that's how you did it is in the shit.
I don't even know
You can
how
walk,
to pretend that.
You can walk out there on stage. I'm is. So look, right, hold up. So I'm fucking the white bitch, right? The white bitch chilling, right?
They would look at me and be like, this is pretend.
Or you could do some.
Hey,
gospel,
what's up, homies?
Right,
That would be me.
some gospel shit, like some Sam Henderson. I could see you going viral like that. And when I called on the woman,
when I called on the Lord,
Dude,
the
you
Lord
got it.
spoke to me and said, Dylan, we'll see you on Sunday.
Dylan, pay the tab.
Yeah, dude.
Pay the tab, Dylan.
The Lord said to me when he put my hands on my shoulders and he said, get down on your knees. Brothers and sisters, put those $5 in the jar as we pass it around. That will pay for my BMW.
And will the good Lord please help get Dylan out of the devilish friend zone, please?
I've been speaking to the Lord, and the Lord says, Dominic, do not be tempted by sins of the flesh. Sins of the flesh are temporary. Eternal life is permanent. That's a great character.
Amen, dude. You could do it, man.
Oh, yeah. You know when you just feel, you embody a character?
I got excited.
Dude, preacher, that's me, man.
You could do
Oh,
preacher.
yeah.
You could definitely do baseball announcer. If I ever have a sketch, a movie, baseball announcer.
Oh, perfect, dude. You
I
just
know you
write
were about
it
to
in.
get into it. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Oh, yeah. All right, come to the plate. We have Mookie Johnson, who is known for his huge slong and a swing of the bat, and it's out to center field, and it's gone as he rounds the bases. Flashes that Johnson to the crowd, and he is home. Rangers take the lead 1-0.
And there's that guy that always fact corrects him. Well, actually, it wasn't Mookie with the huge schlong. It's a medium schlong. It was Mookie's father, known for the.
You know, that's good. That's thanks for the insight, Dom.
Yeah.
I'll put that in my notes. I'll write that down. And a wonderful day here at the ballpark.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
We want to apologize to our sponsors for the mistake on Mookie's cock size.
Canceled immediately. First job, I'm out. Fired. Dude, it was like Dom. Who was the guy who did the nappy-headed hose comment?
I don't know.
You remember that?
Probably one of them.
Dude. What was Rich
Nappy-headed hose.
Imus? Don Imus.
Was it Don Imus did that? Damn, he should know better than
Dude,
that.
he was playing. It was like announcing like Rutgers women's basketball,
Wow.
and they were just beating the shit out of this other team. And then he was like, "Oh yeah, that's some nappy-headed hose out there."
Yo. Somebody had to pay him to say that.
Dude, that was all over the news for like weeks.
You know what I seen? This I know everybody loves Shaq so much. I seen Shaq get away with something. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God.
You know, people love Shaq, and he does do a lot, and he's great. But he did a thing for women's basketball. He's in an interview, and he goes, "Did you see it?" Where he's like, "Maybe you guys wear some shorter shorts. The tickets would sell." Dude, and they were like, "Excuse me, Shaq," and he leaned in it.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm just, might be an option."
Dude, that is the best sports show on TV is the NBA on TNT crew. Have you ever watched it with like Charles?
Oh yeah,
when they
it was really Charles and Shaq. Those are the best.
Yeah, you get them going, talking about fat ladies from Houston.
Oh, you know who asked about you?
Who?
Nobody. That's what they do to each other. Don't they get each other like that?
Yeah. Yo, Dom, you know who's asking about you?
Who?
Nobody.
Yeah. They're like, hold up, you used to shower with your uniform on. What else were we going to do? I love those shows. I like the other one back and forth with, the football players. I want to say, man, the dude did the interview with Cat, but also he's got
McAfee, Pat McAfee.
I can't think.
I mean,
of what it is.
that's the other. Those are the two best sports shows.
No, it's
right
not
now.
a sports show. It's a podcast, but it's the dude that interviewed Cat Williams that went mega viral. You know.
Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, and who did he used to do it with? He started with
Skip
it.
Bayless, or
No, he used to do it with the other football player. I want to say that was a little younger than him. You remember they always had the pad going back and forth. He was a little younger dude.
I don't remember.
Either way, they had the best pods. I wish they'd come back, man.
Yeah.
The other football player, other sports player. They remember the dude with all the porcelain teeth? Dude, you had
The
to.
other sports player.
Well, I know it sounds dumb, but no, it's his co-host basically.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp's original podcast co-host.
I don't
Damn,
know.
I forgot his fucking name.
He does the Club Shay Shay, which is a terrible name for a pod, but you
Yeah.
know, hey, who are we? They get more views than we do. So.
Yeah, he originally said, I like Club Shay Shay. You don't like that?
Terrible name.
That's some hood shit, man. You get a little
Wow.
drink with it, some little shrimp or something.
Can I get a little? Can I get a little iced tea? What do they call it?
Little lobster bisque.
Little. What's that tea that they have down south?
Sweet tea?
Sweet tea. I want to get a little sweet tea, a couple
I
biscuits.
think Club Shay Shay is coming with a bottle of champagne or something.
yeah.
Or, a little, maybe some cognac. Welcome to Club Shay Shay. You get like a rose.
What is cognac?
There's balloons
Cognac.
everywhere.
Cognac.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a.
Is that Hennessy? Cognac?
No, it's not. I don't think it's Hennessy.
What's Hennessy?
I'm gonna be honest, but I don't like Hennessy. It's too sweet for me, man. It's got
Sweet?
more of a sweet, like it's I don't know if that's classified as a Scotch or a bourbon or whiskey. Probably whiskey, Hennessy whiskey. So yeah, but I don't know, to be honest with you. When people start talking Scotches, I get thrown off. There's two I know that I like. McCollum number 19 if you got the money. If not, go 17.
Yeah.
Of course, those Japanese whiskeys always win.
Yeah.
But then also, a good one is that Woodford Reserve.
It's great.
People sleep on that.
I like
Woodford.
bourbon. I like bourbon over.
Do you do it chilled with
anything
an
else.
ice cube or nothing?
Yeah, I like. You know what I also like? I like a lot of cubes.
Oh,
I
you
don't
do a
like
lot of
one
cubes.
cube. I like 3, 4, 5 cubes
That one
because then it
cube-
waters it down. I like it watered down a little bit. It makes the drink last longer.
Yeah, I just don't like that one cube when you go to sip it. You could bust your damn teeth out. You ever go somewhere where the cube's like the size of the glass?
Yeah, I hate those.
Oh, I hate it.
It also, the drink goes so quick, you know? And people like that. They go, oh, you know, it's me, you know, I'm here to drink the whiskey. I want the flavor profile to be good.
Right.
And I don't like that, dude. I want it like, I want to go to an Irish bar and I go, hey, can I get a Makers on the Rocks? And they go, yeah. And they throw a bunch of ice in the cup,
Right.
pour a extra large shot,
That's
and
the
they
only
give you
way.
a pint glass basically of Makers. And then
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, here we go. I hate when you go to a place and they put like the real one artisanal ice cube in and then they measure the shot and it's like
Right.
nothing.
Dude, you measured the shot in front of my face.
God.
What do you want, the lowest tip? They might as well have an option lowest. It's like, you're going to be that cheap. But you know what's crazy? These restaurant owners are on their backs. I was on the other side of that. And I remember like a dude telling me I shouldn't have poured the shot glass all the way up. And I'm like, buddy, you know, I was like, dude, you got
Is
to.
this when you worked at a bar?
Yeah.
Oh.
And this is over. They closed down actually. It used to be over by the Stand. It was a cool bar called Tonic. Lower East Side, like by the Stand originally, 23rd and 3rd or whatever. These guys were nuts. All Irish people getting hammered, right? Irish people will get you drunk. They'll feed you. They'll let you drink all the fucking whiskey you want.
Yeah.
They'll be like, don't give it to the customer. You know, these guys are fucking
This for us.
jackasses.
Yeah.
They had me on the 4th floor, cat scaling the building to put an Irish flag up. I'm like, if I die putting up an Irish flag, you know, I'm like, I can't believe. He's like, come on, you fuck. He's just yelling from the street. You fucking scared? Look at his face.
I don't know how you get yourself into these positions where you're like, oh, I got hired as a barback and now I'm doing just a little casual construction.
Because I don't have an education. See, you forget, you know, you have an education. You have what's known, what we call as smarts.
The smarts?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I didn't have that. When am I going to go to a job? I can't transfer data. Yeah, I can't even do that. Sir, all you have to do is copy and paste it. I always had these, you know, and I was always the hopeful one. I'd go in unsure of myself. I'd be like, I'd like to be a bartender, but I'm working on getting chest muscles. I'd put like two things together that don't really go together.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'd like to get hired as a barback, but I could see myself managing this place in a year. That's my
with
attitude.
a towel on my shoulder. Yeah, you start
Oh,
talking
yeah.
shit to the person. First off, I would do all this. I ran a place. You know,
Oh, yeah.
You get your ego involved.
Oh, yeah, I'd be I walk right in. I would love to be a bartender. I want a 10 bar.
Yeah.
I want to do it on the side.
And you know what's lucky for me? I've been looking around. A lot of short dudes. I don't know what that's about. I think it makes the drink look bigger.
Yeah,
you know?
probably. You know, they raise that. They raise the levels. Do you
Yeah.
ever notice that?
Oh,
You see
behind the
cute
bar? Yeah.
A cute girl behind the bar?
Yeah.
And you're like, but she's so tall. You got to remember, they're putting it up like 6 inches back
Right.
there.
And she's excited to tell you, surprise, I'm actually a dwarf.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, me too.
There was a cute girl working on Saturday. Did you notice her behind the bar? No, one cute girl, yeah.
I didn't even notice.
It's like
Maybe.
same with strippers, dude. It's, you know, I'll fall in love with the bartender just
Yeah.
because she's being nice, and I'm like, that's her job. You
Right.
got to remember.
Yeah,
that's
the
what
bart-
she's paid to do.
A cool, fun bartender. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
the opposite of that is what I can't stand. I run into that a lot. You know, it's those bartender girls with 6-pack abs. Those girls are just like, fuck, you want a drink? Like, they're just like been doing it their whole life.
Yeah.
They got the music going.
Oh, I like that. You know, I like a hot bartender who's
Yeah,
like
ones
ready.
that don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
One of those little face tattoos. She's in it for life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you run into them like that. Half of the head shaved. They live a certain life, dude. I was hanging with bartenders. Funnest hang in the world. Bartenders always got those little jokes, you know, like the little fun games at the apartment. They know how to keep girls busy, like put 5 dice in a cup and drop it.
Oh, dude, have you ever played that? I feel
Yeah.
like that's big in Ohio.
I don't know.
You roll for,
It's like a bartender shit.
yeah, you like roll for drinks or something.
Right. Or shooting stuff with the Nerf gun.
It's like I've done that once. There was a bar in New York that here that had it, where it's like you roll, you pay $5, and then you roll, and if you get a certain number, you get like a free drink.
Right.
You get 3 rolls. Otherwise, they just take the $5 and like put it in the tip jar.
Oh, that's smooth.
which is kind of cool.
That's even smooth, though, in general. That's the better way to do it. The bar
Yeah.
that I did it at, I don't know what the alternative is, but they probably skim from it, I'm sure. But there was a cup full of ones, and they're like, if you win, you get like 50% of what's in the cup and 50% goes to the bar. Or
Oh, that's good.
Something like that.
I like that.
So it's like, it looked like there was like 100 ones in there.
That's fun as
so
hell.
you had to get 5 dice to all be the same. It's like the odds of that.
Yeah, that's
and then
tough.
I think he's a schemer, the guy that got me. A lot of bartenders are so smooth with scheming you.
Yeah.
But he got me like, you know, what he did was, he goes, he won it. No, he won it. What was it? 3 weeks ago you won it. And the guy's like, yeah. And I'm looking like, you just lied
Yeah,
to my
you
fucking face.
liar.
Then he pours out the dude's drink a little bit. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
$5, boom, let's go. It's gone, of course. You know, they get you. One guy just got me, man. He pours me. He's like, here, I'll close you out. And then he doesn't close me out. And he goes, here, let me take care of you. It's the least I could do. And he pours it up and charges me for the second drink. I'm like, you fucking cocksucker. You go into the bar ready to spend a certain amount.
Yeah.
You know.
I like when, you know what happened Saturday? I put a couple drinks on my tab. I was buying some people drinks, and I closed out the first time, and the bartender was like, hey, I got your last drink.
Right.
Got your last beer. And
Yeah.
I like that. It would have been nice if she got the makers, but, you know, hey, you got the Bud Light. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's
the
nice.
shit you're throwing away that's expired.
Yeah, exactly. I got your last one. That's a nice little tip. I'll leave a little tip for
Give
you
me an
there.
extra $1. You know, the difference between $1 is really nothing. Like if I have $3 or $2, it doesn't matter.
What do you leave for? You get a drink?
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
$1 to $2 to $3. Let's say you leave $2, right, for a drink.
Yeah.
That's fair,
Yeah.
right? One drink. You leave $3.
That's crazy.
She's like, hold the fuck.
That's
on.
crazy. Talk,
That's
dude.
what I do.
$3.
And it's $1. But think about it. You leave 2, right? I leave 3.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking baller in the bar world for that $1 more.
I am fine with
They
that.
know your
I'm okay,
name.
dude.
They know your name.
Oh, Dom's back. Big tipper.
Dude, I walk in, they go, hi, Donovan. I tell people my name. I tell people weird names. for myself.
Donovan.
Yeah.
Dude, Donovan's a great name.
Donovan.
Donovan.
Yeah, Domthalia Mule. It depends
Oh
on the
my
mood I'm
God.
in. It's a good icebreaker because then the girl got keep asking, what's your name?
Anthony.
Well, yeah. That's funny. You know, I like when they keep asking your name, you lean in, let them smell the cologne. Lil Burberry. Yeah, that's my name. Lil Dommy Burberry Leonelli.
Wow, dude. Dommy Burberry.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, my cologne matches my carpet, bitch. What's it is? You gotta get real hood with girls now and scare them a little.
I think that's the opposite of. That's actually how I made out with that girl on Saturday. I got
scared her a
real
little. You
hood.
said, "What's it is?"
I go, what is it is?
Yeah,
And she goes, what?
Huh?
I go, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend Dom said I should do that.
Yeah. You know what Crosby Street is?
God damn. I went all preacher on her. The Lord came down and said, you should make out with this man.
And then you showed her them hundreds. Yeah, Kimmelbrook Projects.
Dude, those hundreds turned into 20s real quick.
I bring that out. I forgot about having that money. I keep fake money at my house. My brother's a filmmaker. He sent me some money for skits and shit, right? So, and it looks real. Totally, one side looks totally real. It's on a rubber band. Then one side says motion picture movie.
Oh, that's cool.
But if you got the one side, it looks real. Dude, I can't tell you, I had a girl come over, a lady. I don't know if I didn't tell you about this. First off, we meet for a drink. Did I tell you? And then she changes. I'm hungry now.
Oh, yeah, you did.
We talked about it.
I don't know if we
pod.
talked about it. I think we did talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we probably
week,
did. I won't
which
bore
is
on with it.
A crazy. I don't think we really got into it, but that is so disrespectful.
And I live downtown. It ain't cheap. What am I going to get you a sandwich? It's all restaurants.
Yeah.
I live on Restaurant Row. I'm like, well, every restaurant's $100.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, also to be like, hey, first date, sure. Yeah, let's get a drink. And then she shows up, goes, I'm hungry.
I decided not to drink.
I'm not drinking. I'm hungry.
Yeah, she said, I made too many mistakes in my life. And I'm like, excuse me? It's like there's jazz playing. We were at a jazz place.
Yeah.
I set it up.
Oh, yeah. This
reservation.
is this is where you were like, you don't pay. You sit out at the
You
bar.
sit outside,
You can hear the jazz.
and the dude makes me make a reservation. The whole place is always empty, always. He goes, hey, man, that we should start charging you a booking fee because that's my go-to spot. You get a little $15 drink, free jazz, you know, next door to the piano place, another free music,
Perfect.
$15 drink. Italian restaurant across the street. If she plays her cards right, she'll get some fried cutlets, you know. But
I mean, that's the mistake, dude. I don't even think about food on a first date.
I ate already. I'm like,
I know.
We ate at 8:30. So I dropped that money.
Maybe an appetizer. If we've had like 2 drinks and we're having fun, I go, yeah, you hungry? Maybe
Yeah.
go to another spot, split an app.
Right.
That's all I'll do on a first date. Because you might never to commit to dinner is not only like that's an intimate thing to sit there with
gotta see
someone
you chew.
for an hour.
Right.
Like that's the fastest you're getting in and out of a restaurant.
And you gotta
You might not like them.
You gotta like somebody's face enough to like to see it chew. Because nobody has a pretty chew face. You know?
Yeah. Well. Just like
You
looking
don't.
like
You
a
just,
cow out
yeah,
there.
just shoveling shit in your mouth, picking shit out of your teeth.
So did you and the girl eat?
Yeah, we ate, went to a nice Italian place, spent all kinds of money, no problem. It is what it is. I didn't want to do it.
Let's swing by the bodega, get you some beef jerky.
You know, but then I had her back at my place, and I had the fake money out, $2,000 fake money from a sketch.
Yep.
30 times this girl's like, come on, let me just have $300 on a date. She's like, you got it. She's like, come on,
Buddy.
Yeah, come on,
You're meeting the wrong
Donovan.
ladies. Come on, Donovan.
That's what she's saying to me. Come on, Donovan.
Where did you meet her?
Instagram. That's the whole problem.
Yeah, that's the problem, dude. They see that follower count. They go, oh yeah, he's got big
Do you
money.
know Ice Cube? I'm like, bitch, why the fuck would I know Ice
Do
Cube?
you know Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Come on. That's wild.
Yeah. These women today, man, I don't know what's wrong with them. I want to find a simple girl. Nice Amish girl.
Brain damage.
You know, a girl that knows how to make a rug. Girl like that, she'll respect you. You take her out.
Yeah.
This summer, I'm spending this summer in Central Park, man. I'm bringing a Frisbee. I'm meeting some friends, getting in some acting class. What are you getting ready for? Spring, summer? Come on, what? You don't think that's going to be fun? What are you going to do?
I love the idea.
Drink Maker's Mark?
I just love the idea of Dom showing up to Central Park alone with a Frisbee. Just be like, hey, guys, you want to play?
People want to play.
Hey, you want to play?
Yeah. Yeah, y'all want to play Frisbee?
Oh, what the hell?
People play, they feel bad for you. I hit them with a dumb face.
Dude,
I'll
if
tell
you
'em.
came up to me and you were like, hey, man, you want to play Frisbee? I would be like, dude, where is your like adult?
Yeah, first off, that's the angle I use. And two, I'm not going up to guys. I go up to girls. You know, I go, hey, you know, the person that usually helps me isn't here today.
If it was a chick, I would be like, this is definitely a sex trafficking scam.
Oh, girls do it.
This is a scheme.
Yeah.
They're gonna, oh, well, actually, my other Frisbee is in the car. It's in my van. You want to come see it?
Yeah.
Never see her again, dude.
Right.
She's
I do.
halfway to Mexico.
Frisbee's the classic trick. Or you could do baseball with a mitt, but you know, I feel like people get nervous about putting on the mitt. Do you ever do the batting cages or anything in New York?
No, that would be fun, though.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna do them. What about batting cages in general? You ever
I would
go?
love batting cages.
Dude, let's go,
Dude,
man.
you know what's
Fun.
fun? They have now.
Chelsea Piers.
I don't know if you golf at all, do you?
No, I mean I do putt if I'm with a lady or something.
I did
I'm not
putt this
doing the
weekend.
9 holes
dude.
with a guy in the pants. You know.
Come on. But they have these, it's like batting cages for golf now.
Oh, the driving ranges.
But they're inside
Yeah.
and you hit into the screen.
Are those
It's
in
like-
Chelsea Piers? I've seen those.
They have one in Long Island City. I
Oh,
want to go.
shit.
I
Yeah.
want to swing by.
Yeah, I need to hit some balls. That
Yeah.
used to be my move, man. Back in the day in Ohio, drive my Mustang to the batting cages. Dude, I felt like a little Tom Cruise out
Was
there.
it like an 80s, 90s Mustang?
I
One
had,
of those
no,
like
dude, I had a
T-top?
fucking 65 Mustang.
Stop.
Pony coupe. I got pictures of it.
Did you
on the IG.
really?
Yeah, dude. It
That's
was
like
nice.
a dream
Oh
car.
my god, it was red driving. Had the
Convertible
aluminum
or
wheels.
hardtop?
I had a convertible. I never got running. I sold the convertible to move to New York. 67 Mustang convertible, but
Wow.
it was rotted out. But yeah, dude, I used to take my Mustang to the batting cages at the park, crack, hit them balls, have a girl with you, nice little date in the Mustang.
Wow, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
Picture me without the chipmunk. I look the same as I do now, but it's like I didn't have a dip in. You know, don't
Yeah,
look like
yeah,
I
yeah.
got that dip in. Everybody always goes, you look like you got dip in. Just I'm fat. You know, it all goes to my bottom lip. But man, I'd have that and I'd have my music on. You know, the only thing where I messed up back then was I was trying to be a rapper, so I was playing my rap music. And
Oh,
that kind
boy.
of ruined the
Yeah.
whole thing. I should
Can't
have
be playing that in a 67 Mustang.
65 and I should have been playing the Doors. It's
Oh,
all
yeah,
like,
yeah,
bitch,
yeah.
what's it is now? Hey, gonna get me a bitch, gonna stab a bitch.
You know my first car? You know what that was? I had
What?
a 89 Wagoneer, Jeep Wagoneer.
Damn, I'm trying to think of what a wagon
It's like
is.
the think of a Jeep but long, and
Like
it
a
had the
little
wood on the
G-Wagon.
side. Wood on the
Damn,
side.
you had the wood
Yeah, yeah,
panel
yeah.
sitting on leather and wood grain.
Dude, it was awesome. It got about like 6.5 miles to the gallon.
And you could fit people in it. That's what you need in high school.
Fit. It was 5, and then the back turned into seats where you could fit 2 more.
That shit had to be lit.
Dude, it had the roll down window in the back.
A limousine?
In the back window.
The very back.
Yeah, it would roll down.
And your boys are sitting back there to the people.
Dude, and then they had those, the side windows, like when you're in the driver's seat and you could like turn them.
Yeah.
So it's like
blows
the air in. Dude, it was awesome.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get arrested more with that car.
Dude, I used to drive it to the beach where I worked. It was the best.
Dude, you lived the life.
Rolling up. What
were you, a lifeguard?
Gate attendant. So I sold tickets.
Better, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if that's better.
It was cool. I wish I was a lifeguard. But
what stopped you from being the lifeguard?
You had to get like a certificate, like a lifeguarding certificate. And I was just like, I'm
not trying to learn.
It was one of those things where like every year I was like, I'm only going to be here for 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would come back. I worked there for like 3 summers. It was awesome.
It's like a car dealership.
Made great friends there. It was like working at the beach with your friends was sick.
Yeah, a few of my buddies were lifeguards in high school. I remember it was crazy. They saved a grown man. They've had to pull a grown man out of the water, give him mouth to mouth. I'm like, I don't know how I'd feel if in front of my wife and kids, a 14-year-old kid saved me, like up at the lake.
Yeah, I did that going into college, and then I think 2 more, maybe 3 more summers. I think I did 3 or 4 summers. And
just making sure it's still recording. I got PTSD. We're good.
We're at 50 minutes. We got a little time.
No, I just want to make sure the red dot was on still.
As soon as it kicks. It was the best, dude. It was so much fun there.
Yeah, a little lake town or whatever.
That was the beach, Long Island.
Oh, damn, right there.
Yeah. On the Sound.
That's what's up. Yeah, right on the beach. Is there like beach shit over there? Like a little like stores, like beach type stores? You know how far Rockaway is? Is it like that?
No, it's like it's kind of separated. It's like a beach town, and then you got to drive into town.
Right.
Kind of
a lot of pharmacists sitting there.
Yeah,
studying medicine.
A lot of single moms.
There's the place to go.
Or not single moms, like housewives. Just chilling at the beach.
Hey, since you fucked up somebody else's life, how about you screw up mine a little bit?
I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. Oh, this is your house? Wow.
Yeah, beautiful homes, dude. Out on Long Island, like Centerport,
Those Long Island girls,
Northport.
They're hard to date, though, dude. They're real veiny. They fucking got the veins in their neck from yelling. Every Long Island girl I dated had a veiny neck.
Oh, my God.
You ever notice that?
No.
They were like, put it in the garage. You just, damn, I don't got one. This is New York.
So angry.
Right.
Why are you so angry? It's a beautiful day.
They always want to put shit in their garage.
Yeah, Long Island ladies, they got some fire to them. Yeah.
I told you in the garage.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, dude.
Take one of these Cokes.
You're just like, you're married, you're just walking out in the backyard. What are you doing?
Fucking on a train with 3 sodas.
Yeah, I'm just walking around the backyard.
Yeah. I'm just wishing we never did this whole thing that we did together.
Like, just trying to get some work done, honey. Just trying to work out here.
Yeah, they're just pricing aluminum siding. I want to change the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how much my fucking taxes are? People in Long Island love telling you how much they get fucked on the taxes.
Oh, it's true, dude. It's true.
You know how many bitches I could fuck without these taxes?
Dude, I do see the suburban. There is something I like. I do want that eventually, the suburban life. But I see my friends, dude. Where it's like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's Saturday. They're like, oh, just getting some mulch. Gotta do the flower beds. It's almost spring. And I'm like, oh, kill me.
Right.
Kill me. That sounds
selling
terrible.
Heroin to pay my taxes.
Yeah.
You want a bump? Yeah, dude, I see it too. All my friends, 3, 4, 5 kids running around. It's a lot of shoes.
You want kids?
I wanted them. I still want them. I'd have to have it with the right girl, man.
And the chances of that happening are...
Well, you got to be careful.
Are low.
I feel like now that I'm in the second quarter where they're coming out of divorce, you're a little taller at 37. 5'5" means more at 38.
I'm not 37. I'm 35.
Well, I'm 39, but I tell people.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You got to knock 2 years off.
Dude, you could pass for 28, honestly.
37? I feel like I do a good 37.
I'm turning 36 on Monday.
Get the fuck out of here. That's right.
Yeah, dude.
Man, 36. That's what's up.
We won't tell the fans where the party is. So it might show up. That would be great. I would love that.
I'll tell you what, man, 36, you're lucky, dude. You're so much ahead of the game at 36. You're doing it right.
Wish I was 26.
And you got a nice setup. No, me
10
too.
years into comedy, 26. Whoo. Be auditioning for SNL next year.
Yeah.
That was such a depressing dude.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I just know the reality of it.
I know, dude. I know. Do you remember starting? You were like, okay, I'll do comedy 4 years. I'll probably audition for SNL year 5, year 6. Boom, boom, boom. I'll be golden. I'll be doing theaters by the time I'm 35.
In my mind, I studied comedy. I did it in Ohio and on the road a little for like 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm just going to move to New York. Fucking, I'm
gonna
6 months.
Cake, dude.
I got all my material, right? I'm like, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, nothing. Bombing left and right. That was 11 years ago.
Oh, dude.
I wish I would have moved here sooner. See, I was kind of stupid starting in Ohio where there was really nothing to do.
Yeah, but dude, that's where you got to do. You're going to start in New York. So many, I guess people have, but for the success stories of people starting in New York, how many people started in New York and then just wither away?
Right.
This is so hard. Dude, as like an experienced comic, it's so hard to get spots in the city.
And it's nice having that go back to your hometown and do a little comedy. It makes you, that little boost saves me.
Mm-hmm.
You see your friends, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes a difference. I don't know.
Exactly, dude.
You know, one day when we're all famous and everybody's just fake loving us, that's when we really gotta.
Can't wait.
Yeah. What are we gonna do then?
Dude,
Just shut off. Keep your shit a little low.
yeah, dude. When we're coming back doing Radio City as a podcast, dude. Troublemakers at Radio City. Can you picture that?
See, I feel like I have to.
You got to visualize it, Dom.
Yeah.
We got to visualize these things.
I have to lie to girls right off the rip and see how much they'd really stay with me, I think. Like, you know, because then that's real love. Like, I was even debating the next girl I meet. Maybe I'll try to have some fake, like, Suboxone stuff around, and I'll just tell her, hey, I'm going through some stuff.
Dude, just have a secondary Instagram account that has, like, 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And then have them follow you on that.
With a different
instead
name.
of your, Dom Leonelli 1.
Yeah.
Dom's
Leonelli,
comedy.
Looking for a job, Leonelli.
Dommy unemployed.
Yeah.
Domovan.
My move back in the days, I used to run a red light, like the ones in Ohio where I knew there was no cameras.
Try to hit on the cops that pulled you over.
I just tell a girl I got drugs in the car and see how she acts.
God, dude.
You know, that's a good way to know. I'm telling you. You find out who you're dealing with. One girl's like, give it to me. I'll put it in my prison pocket. I should have stayed
What's
with
that,
her.
their pussy?
I should have married the girl.
Oh, my God, dude.
Damn,
My prison pocket. Holy shit.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to marry.
God damn. That's a ride or die right
That's
there.
a ride or die. I don't know what happened
Can
to
you
her.
imagine that?
Dude, that's the girl. You know, she'd lie, cheat for you. Anything you need, you know. I knew a dude, he was a bartender. Speaking of bartenders, he'd have his girl come to the bar, and she made him so much money. He would just have her flirt with dudes, upsell the drinks. It was a package deal.
Yeah.
He was killing it. She's all, you know, just flirting, friendly girl. It's all the hustle.
That's the trick.
Like that 3-card Monty. You know, it all goes back to that.
You got to have a partner.
You got somebody on the inside. Yep.
I feel like you'd be a good 3-card Monty guy.
Oh, dude, I'm the best. I'd be nervous about you.
You know
honest.
what?
How good are you at lying under pressure?
Dude, I'd be good. I'd be the guy. I'd show up with a suit on. Pretending to be. We should do this, dude.
All hundreds.
You are like the card guy.
Yeah.
You got to practice though, because you got to.
Yeah,
and
do
I'll
the
be
cups.
like,
Yeah.
right here, dude. Oh, and I win like twice.
Yeah.
And then I
You get
lose.
a crowd of people cheering.
Yeah.
Some
and
open micers.
I'm like, oh, that's bullshit. And we're a team. You
Yeah.
know, we're a team. And then you do like, you got to have the hands.
I'll do it. I'll practice it.
You got to have the hands to like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're throwing to like pull off the top.
Yeah.
Pick them both up.
And I could speak some Spanish to throw them off.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be
dude.
thinking, what's he saying? What's como se amo? And then boom.
Guadalupe
Yeah.
Hidalgo.
El gato.
Yeah, los gatos y
Buonasera.
mis pantalones.
Yeah.
Yo tengo a biblioteca. Those are the only things I remember from Spanish.
Yeah.
I wish I could speak Spanish, dude.
Well, dude, I'm trying to learn Italian. I can't retain it.
I met a cute girl on Friday night who speaks Spanish.
Oh, shit.
And I wish I had that, like, you know, to talk in another language would be awesome.
Does she know English?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
but that's
bit.
what's
a little
different.
Bit.
She probably likes the fact you know English.
It's fair.
But yeah, you're right. That's the end. My buddy, he liked a Spanish girl. I grew up with her. He learned Spanish, and he's in there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he knows it real good. Some people are just good at learning shit.
Yeah.
Were you good at learning shit? Was it hard for you to learn in school? Like the
languages
bar?
were bad.
Was it like, I don't know if you could even talk about this. I know a girl in New York. She failed the bar like 3 times in a row. I thought at a certain time you can't take it. I still don't know if she passed
I don't know.
But
I don't
she was
know
a
if there's a
working
limit
lawyer.
in New York.
She was a working lawyer making money.
Yeah.
Or like working for a lawyer's firm or whatever.
I don't know if there's a limit in New York. I mean, I passed it in Boston, in Massachusetts.
The hardest place.
No.
Really? I feel like that's where it's
So they
at.
say California is the hardest, but it's also like you don't need to go to law school to take the bar in California.
Wow,
it's 3
that
days.
explains a lot.
It's 3 days, so that's a little bit harder. Usually bars are 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days in California, so that makes it harder. But they also have the lowest passing rate, so that's why I think people think it's harder because you don't have to go to law school.
Wow.
Like Kim Kardashian just
Yeah.
took the bar, failed, took it again,
Wow.
failed.
Yeah, they're like, we're not passing.
Yeah, you got to work for something. Sorry.
Right. I don't understand how, like, saving people's lives, you got to learn. Did you have like a little lawyer girl that you ever work on a case with, like that Tom Cruise movie? You know, where he's like in
Firm?
the Navy or the Firm's good too.
Dude, Few Good Men.
But did you ever have something like that? You're working with like a legal counsel. She's like, counsel. You're like, listen, let me handle it. You're drinking Yoo-Hoos on pizza.
Yeah, dude. We work late, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you're lying to me.
What?
You
work
had that with girls?
late at the office?
Yeah.
No.
You got to really just talk about a case with a girl and she's married, but you guys are brushing up against each other.
Work wife style.
You know
dude.
you're getting in the thick of it. Yeah.
Work wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're fighting Johnny Law. You're fucking dicks hard randomly throughout the day. Eating little fucking snacks in the office.
It's fall in love in the office.
Yeah.
Dude.
Tom to the bang, 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 to the bang, bang. You're just listening to shit.
I'm like, I'm just putting music on. I'm like, this is Ray Charles. Have you heard of him?
Yeah. We're going to court. It's a murder case. Man.
Yeah, it was nice, dude. I liked being in the office. I kind of miss
bet.
it. I love working from home, though.
Really?
It's nice. Yeah.
Less productive, though.
It's true.
Probably whack off a lot more.
It's true. I can go to the gym
Yeah.
and in reality sit on my couch and
Yeah.
watch movies.
Hey,
and,
Dylan, thanks for coming to Zooming. Your face looks really relaxed.
I'm super relaxed, dude. Every morning, wake up at 8. I will say,
whacked it
dude,
twice and ate some kiwis.
I've been pretty good though. That New Year's resolution, sticking to it.
What was
I'm
it?
going to bed without my phone.
Oh, good
waking up.
there, man.
I set my alarm 8:30
Man,
on the couch. I put the phone. I'm right out of bed.
right in the morning
Click
pages.
it off. Yeah,
You doing the morning pages? I will succeed.
I
will
should,
succeed.
dude. I need to.
Get into it. You're an all or nothing type of guy.
I know.
You don't half-ass shit. I know how you are. You're gonna be weighing out chicken breasts. Give it another week.
I do, dude.
What is it?
I've
You're
done
doing
that.
it?
Yeah,
Like,
not
you give
recently.
it a week, 2 weeks, 10 days. You'll probably start.
Dude, I'm getting on that fucking Ozempic, testosterone. 2025 is the year for me.
Dude, if I were you, I'd work something out with the Chinese people downstairs and just have them give you some soup. They're making that healthy shit. You throw them some money, you'll be fucking eating duck. You'll be living good.
That would be nice. Dude, you ever have duck?
Work it out.
Duck l'orange?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'd work it out with the people downstairs. Mm-hmm. You need to learn
They're
some
Greek down there.
Mandarin. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah,
They're-
good.
that girl's Greek that lives downstairs. I must have seen somebody else. But I don't want to say even better.
lady-
but I like Greek food. It's less fattening to me than Chinese food.
The lady up here has an Airbnb, which I don't know if it's allowed, but she Airbnbs. And
Yeah.
there's all different types of people who come through.
You ever talk to her with your stomach all sucked in? You gotta suck in.
I
your
will say,
stomach.
dude, I've had to help a couple people
Yeah.
like get into be
Yeah.
like, oh, are you here for Airbnb? And they're like, yeah. The only people who couldn't figure out, it's all like Asian people.
Yeah.
They're like, where do I go? And I'm like, oh, it's right up here.
They always come at weird times. I used to run an Airbnb
Dude.
on the Lower East Side.
Dude, these people showed up at like
2 in the
11
morning.
p.m.
Right.
I'm like, what are you
Do you
doing?
have towels?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, no, I don't work here. I live here. You go there, knock on the door. I don't know what you're doing.
I ran one on the Lower East Side, and I was renting a closet, dude. We didn't have a window. I legit hooked up a hustle. You know me, dude. I'm a scheming son of a bitch. There was an area I used it as a closet. I lived in it.
Dude, I should rent this out, clean this out, put a bed
You
in here.
totally should. Honestly, I wouldn't a fucking heartbeat out.
$200 a night. I'm just putting an airbag.
Oh, Airbnb, I would rent it out. I'd rent it out monthly, man. You
Put
just
an
have to
air
hang the
mattress?
sheet and hide your shit a little better.
It's crazy.
You can make 800 out here.
Yeah.
Put a nice little mattress in here. You just put up a little bullshit curtains there.
Yeah.
You're good. I mean, if you needed the money. Personally, I don't know if I'd want to do it.
Not
though.
worth it, dude.
But
If you're living
I
with a
need the
roommate,
space,
whew,
yeah.
fuck that.
I mean, but Fuck, what was I just gonna say? Oh, Airbnb.
You did it. You rented a closet.
Oh yeah, and people would just come late at night, but it was hot as hell. Lower East Side was right by Delancey and like Essex, cool neighborhood.
Crazy, yeah.
But yeah,
Wild neighborhood.
Cute girls showing up, dude. I'd
That's
be
your
showing
dream.
up, sucking in my stomach.
You're answering the door without a shirt on.
Yeah, come going. I used to act Italian. It's Lower East
That's
Side.
your move, dude.
Yeah.
Acting real Italian.
I just acted different, whatever they're not. Like, you just
so
gotta.
funny.
Goes Capici, because in this way you don't gotta show them nothing.
Sorry, mi scusi.
I'd hand her the towels. Cosa va? I don't.
Cosa va?
Yeah,
So
I
the
wouldn't
bar.
know what I say. No say.
Chicken
no,
parmesan. Chicken parmesan.
Yeah.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Girls would be on Google Translate. I'd be like, no se amo.
No se llama. They're like, that's Spanish. I thought you were Italian.
I like it at girls.
Mi madres. Mommies? What?
Yeah.
All right, you want to wrap up, dude? Before this camera
let's do
dies?
it, man. Go ahead, hit us up, man.
All
What do we
right,
got doing?
dude.
Hit us with the closing
give them the where they can find you,
Ladies
Dommy.
and gentlemen, you can find me all over the web, man. Dominic Leonelli, look it up. Dominic Leonelli on Instagram, and check out Dry Salami Podcast. And yeah, man, comment, like, subscribe, talk to us. We're out here. We're doing it. Hope you had a laugh. Hope you guys are liking what we're doing.
We got it. We got it going, man.
We got it good. We're laughing.
These
We're having fun.
Twosomes. We're gonna bring guests back soon, but I think this has been. Let us know if you like this. Do you like this? Me and Dom
we'll
hanging,
guess.
or do you like the guests? We're gonna bring guests back, but
I've been telling Dylan, I like to get the inside scoop. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a big bust on Asian spas right now.
is there?
Yeah, if we can get a worker,
happening.
they're shutting them down left and right. If we
Wow.
can get somebody on the inside, maybe,
Yeah.
get them in here and they could talk to us about it.
I mean, to be honest, we've talked about that. Like, it would be cool, but what are we gonna talk to them about?
you just ask
How
them
many hand
questions.
jobs you give a day?
Yeah.
I give 25 hand
Yeah.
jobs one day.
Well, we gotta translate.
I give 25. You get a massage and you get tug. And you're
You
like,
know, the
"What?"
whole thing would basically be us talking her out of giving us a hand job.
Yeah, you. I know your end game, dude. You're gonna be like, "Oh, Dylan, can you go get a coffee? I'm gonna lay down on your bed and get a massage."
I'll buy it. I'll buy your coffee, Dylan.
Oh, yeah, that would be you, dude. Just go. Do you think you could go for a walk for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I only need 10.
Yeah.
All right. You can find me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. Keep leaving comments. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next week, baby. Good night.